How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Great Ace Attorney Adventures. So, last time, it's actually been a while since we recorded our previous episode. It's been like 2.5 weeks. But we were introduced to Mr. and Mrs.
Someone.
Beat? I honestly don't
Yeah,
remember
I
the
think
names.
it was Beat, because Rolly Beat and fucking
Patricia
what's her
Beat.
face.
Okay, yeah. A young, recently married couple. Which surprises me. But yeah, we're about to cross-examine these fools. And kick their ass.
I love kicking ass in court.
It was our wedding anniversary and Rolly was taking me out for a meal. There was no time to change after work.
Yeah.
Leave the talking to me, thank you. Anyway, two silhouettes appeared out of the fog and onto the pavement in front of us.
I don't remember the voice that I gave her originally when we were making fun of her.
I think it was something close to that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor and then the others scattered about. I just added a word at something before running off. We ran straight over, of course, and then went for help at a nearby police box. It was definitely that Japanese man on the dock. Rolly and I both saw him as clear as day.
Why are you the only one fucking talking?
Because I'm God.
Okay. Well, this is extremely compelling testimony, I must say. No, it's not!
It is. Oh dear, this policeman and his wife are claiming to have positively identified Mr. Natsume at the
They're
scene.
probably lying.
Oh. If their testimony is true, people lie in court.
Yeah.
The alternative course of events that you established in the summation examination will be quashed.
It's death knell, in fact. Huh. Nerds. Because that alternative was never viable in the first place. Okay. What an unfortunate bechancing. What bechancing? And on your wedding anniversary, too. Sucks to suck.
Oh, I know, but I still managed to go out for the evening with my man. I thank the Lord for that.
I don't know why you're thanking me.
Not you.
Lord Von Zeeks.
Gosh, the life of a London Bobby sounds very hard indeed.
Indeed. However, this cross-examination will be over in a minute. You may well have time to rest this afternoon. You say that every fucking time. What do you mean by that? I mean I'm going to kick your ass. My learned friend. The witnesses saw the face of the man fleeing the scene. They are testifying under oath that it was without doubt the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume. Oh my... Damn!
Wow. Damn!
And one of the witnesses is a
I'm
policeman.
just a guy.
So you appreciate the gravity of the situation, I'm sure. Oh my god. Except that the man's so tired, his wife has to do all the talking. Enough preamble. Counsel for the defense, commence the cross-examination, please.
No.
Yes, my lord. Oh my god.
Oh my God, indeed. What the
the
wit?
is
The
this
what?
all?
The what?
Wait,
What the wit and the what?
no time to change after work, you say? Are you also a member of the police, Mrs. Beat? Probably not.
Yeah, actually, I am. Oh no, sadly not. It's a job for strapping young men only. Women, children, and elderly can't even apply.
Damn. Well, I think you could probably see why children and the elderly can't do the fucking job.
No.
Can't you?
I can't. I think Rolly looks ever so handsome in his uniform. It suits you down to the ground, doesn't it, darling?
What?
Oh my fucking god. Clean the wax out of your goddamn ears.
Huh? What? I just finished my beat. Pat and I were heading back to the station. I was actually planning on getting changed there. But then I didn't.
Yeah, we know.
Is he talking in his sleep? This is creepy.
Oh no, Rolly, I much prefer you in uniform. Sometimes I don't recognize you when I see you in plain clothes.
Good to fucking know I'm divorcing you.
What?
Oh dear, they're getting divorced. Guess we're already in the proper place for it, though. That doesn't seem healthy.
Kindly adhere to the point. You were going for a meal after you had finished your beat for the day, correct? Right, yes. That's right, sir. Yes. Though I was fit to drop, to be honest, after spending the whole day on my feet. But policing is my life, sir. As long as I'm the proud owner of this, I'll serve my city and my queen and my balls to the end.
Oh.
What's that now?
What about balls?
My balls? My warrant card, sir. Proof that I'm a London copper. It's the noble founding principles of the force written on it. As a reminder of all of us policemen of our sworn duty. To patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man. Sir, And for such a noble cause, I cover 20 miles every single day without fail, without a grumble. Because I know that the plodding of my boots is all others to feel safe in their fucking
You get
place.
him. Shut up. Please stop.
So fighting crime doesn't appear to come into it then. Oh no, I beat people's asses all the time. But sir, it's just on that particular day I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Mrs. B put us up a lot with being married to a bummy like me. I want to show my dear wife how much I care.
Never do that
Oh,
again.
Pat.
Oh, Pat. Oh, Rolly, why did I say both lines? I love myself.
Oh, what a fucking disgusting couple. Their young love is such a joy to behold.
Yeah, this is why I'm gay. If a little over the top, perhaps. Still weird to think that because Ryunosuke is Phoenix's ancestor, that means he smashed.
Oh.
I actually saw that
Damn,
on
you
Twitter.
Damn, you right.
Somebody was just like, these, like, they had a whole list. They were like, these were all the people who technically, like, canonically smashed in Ace Attorney.
Wait, what was the list?
It was really long. Freaking, like, Victor Kudo from Trials of Tribulation.
Victor Kudo.
Yeah.
Damn.
And Oldbag was one of them, too.
Yeah, Oldback is married, so I'm
Yeah.
sure they've.
But yeah,
Damn.
I was like, what the fuck?
Miles Edgeworth is a virgin.
He was a virgin on there. I think some people were speculating Phoenix also smashed.
I could definitely see Phoenix smashing it. Miles is for sure a fucking virgin
Oh, he
until he
has to
met
be.
Phoenix.
And then, kindly describe what happened next.
That just makes you a beta cock.
Two silhouettes.
Silhouettes. That's right. They were coming towards us, waking up Briar Road in the opposite direction.
Waking up the whole fucking road?
Oh, my bad. Walking. Some people do that.
What a person.
There was a rather plump figure followed by a scrawny, thin-looking man. And I was like, what are you doing? Stop following him. That's weird. And he was like, shut up. Don't talk to me. So I killed him myself.
Huh, so we got that on record, right?
No.
That does sound exactly like the victim is pictured in this print, and just like Mr. Natsume. I added
Damn
a
it.
word.
Yes, unfortunately it does. Idiot.
Idiot.
And you're certain that at the time there was nobody else nearby.
Oh my god. Oh yes, quite certain. It was dark, but there are streetlights on Briar Road, you see. There was nobody else around at all. Isn't that right, my darling? Answer me, you fuck.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Oh, what? Oh, yes, that's right. Of course. There was a light flag on the ground. The Briar Road is dead straight, and you could see a fairly long way down the pavement, if you're not a fucking moron. And then there's the street lighting as well. I didn't see any other pedestrians. I'm going to kill this one. Before sleep takes a firm hold, your answer, please, Mr. Beat, before I Mr. Beat your ass. Are you quite sure of what you just said? Yes, sir. As a copper spends all day every day keep watching the streets, I swear to it, sir.
Wow.
I'm as sure as my love for Patricia is true. Oh, Pat, I sound like Tobias Gregson.
Rolly.
I sound like the detective right now.
No, you don't.
They're still maintaining there's no one else other than the victim and the attacker. It's starting to seem like that must be how it really happened. But it wasn't.
It's beginning to seem like there's nowhere else to run.
Like, it's actually kind of getting hard to differentiate my Tobias Gregson voice and my, Rolly Beat.
Oh, yeah. Well, your Rolly Beat is a little more British.
Yeah. That didn't stop Mr. Natsume, did it? He fled the scene all too convincingly. Dumbass.
Idiot.
Thank you. I believe we have a reasonably clear idea of the situation just before the incident now. What happened in the crucial moments that followed? You know, the stabby part.
Hold it.
Hold it? Scattered something. What do you mean by that?
I mean, oh well, I couldn't quite make out what it was at the time. But then we got closer and we realized what it was.
Wow, elaborate.
No, I don't think I will. Didn't we, darling?
I don't fucking know. Huh? What? Oh, yeah, that's right. It was some old books. Musty as hell. Oh, I see. Old books. Yes, sir. The culprit dropped a number of them. Around where the victim lay on the pavement. It was like the Ace Attorney manga.
Wow.
Indeed. What? As clearly pictured in this photographic print.
What's an Ace Attorney?
What's a mango?
That rotten Japanese man did that when we hit
Wait, what?
When
he did the deed, when we hit the deed.
How about you not fucking say that? Let's not forget that it remains to be established that the defendant was indeed the attacker, dummy.
What did you call me?
But we saw him, you dumb fuck. He was the man with the dark, without the question, sir. The mustache, the hunched back, the cat-like eyes, the tout mouth, the snub nose. Dude's a fucking weirdo, everything. Any more insults you want to throw in?
Yeah, you're a fuck.
Your mom!
Oh, your mom. He
Took a
got
fucking
you.
nap.
That's right. He looked down at that poor defenseless woman with those terrifying, intense eyes. And then suddenly threw his books onto the pavement and ran away.
He's like, fuck this, I'm getting rid of these. I see. This is tough. It seems as though they're telling the truth here. Well,
We always tell the truth.
may I remind the court that this unambiguous testimony comes from a policeman and his wife. Now please continue. Okay. Yes, sir.
Yay.
Fuck him. I'll go back to sleep.
Fuck it. It dies.
Was it your husband who went to fetch help?
Shut up. No, I may not be a police officer myself, but I am proud. I'm a wife. I'm a wife, you
And a
better
proud
watch
bitch, too.
yourself. Isn't that right, my darling?
Help! Oh, I can't feel my neck anymore. Huh? What? Oh, yes, that's right. I asked Mrs. B to go. I just needed her to get away from me for 5 minutes.
What was
I was off
that?
duty by that point. But a Bobby's never truly off duty, of course, so I felt obliged to stay and guard the scene. Damn, I'm so sorry. Very laudable, Mr. Beat. Preserving the scene of a crime is a task of considerable importance. That's why I sent Patricia, you see. I told her to fuck off. Where to find the right
no.
police box. Forgive my ignorance, but what do you mean exactly by the right police box? The one that's not wrong. Depends on the crime's location, you see, as to who deals with it. Why the woman was stabbed wasn't actually on my beat. So I told Patricia to wait in the police box for the beat the incident fell under, so she could go. And report it.
I can't believe I'm just now realizing that Rolly Beat has his fucking like hat string in his mouth.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't notice that before.
I ran there as quickly as I could and asked for some help from the Bobby on duty. There was nothing more potent than a young couple in love working together, you know.
Oh my god. And thanks to your swift response, the case was quickly resolved. The actions of two model... No, actually just one. The wife is not the model citizen here.
Oh, please, I'm going to have to ask you to change your answer. You're making us blush, isn't he, darling?
I'm blushing all the time. You should just imagine the pain on my balls.
What?
Yes, sir. What Patricia said, sir. You can see how she grabs my fucking scarf. Jeez, it's freaking insane. Please help.
Bro.
Let's move on, shall we? I don't need to know about your ball situation. No, please. She's the ball twister. Help.
She's a ball twister. My nuts will never be the same.
But surely you wouldn't have been able to see his face by the light of the gas street lamps, would you?
I'm offended you even asked me that. So we absolutely could. Us Londoners have exceptional
Please fucking let me go.
No!
Right. Help!
Shut up! The light from the street lamps was more than enough. And my husband already told you that the fog was only light, didn't
I'm losing
he?
consciousness. You were just asleep, dude. Yeah, so what of the fog? We're famous for it across the globe, I believe. But it's an absolute menace to those of us who have to live with it, of course.
Oh, it is. When it's thick, you can't even see the hand at the end of your own arm.
I think I'm getting brain damage.
I think you're right.
Yes, alright, I take your point. Now, could you stop shaking your husband about?
No, it's quite fun actually. The constant fog makes our eyes very sharp, you see.
Oh my god, I thought I was gonna die.
That's why I can tell you for sure and certain that it was the little Japanese man we saw. Can't we,
I
darling?
don't fucking know.
Use your big brain for this one.
What? Ah, yes, it was the accused and no mistake. The mustache, the hunchback, the cat-like eyes, unmistakable, sir. As far as this couple's testimony is concerned, there can't be any question that they're fucking weirdos. It was Soseki-san they saw running away from the scene of the crime. He also lost his balls.
Everyone's
did.
losing their damn balls.
So that's it, is it? That's their entire testimony? That testimony fucking sucks.
What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
It sucks.
Oh,
Well, I hate to admit it, but on hearing the testimony, it really does seem as though Mr. and Mrs. B saw what they saw. Saw what they say they saw. Mr. Naruhodo running away from the scene on Briar Road that day. We're bone.
yes, I feel the same, Bone.
So, if that's true, where does it leave us?
I don't know.
Dead?
The members of the jury are sure to call for a guilty verdict after this testimony.
We'll just threaten them. Oh no! Then what do we do?
I don't know, you're the main character. If Kazuma-sama were here, we wouldn't be in this fucking mess.
What are you trying to say?
You
Don't
suck
ever
as
mention
a
him.
lawyer. You are a shitty lawyer. I think he would try to find a contradiction somewhere else from within their testimony.
What do you mean, somewhere else?
Oh my god, are you stupid? This statement about seeing Mr. Natsume is
Yeah.
Unequivocal.
Yeah.
calling that into question won't help. But if you could identify some other part of their testimony which appears to contradict the facts, you might be able to discredit them, to make the jury doubt if the fucking pair's memory of the day is accurate.
Wow, nice vocals.
Thank you.
Oh, right.
I'm going to quit and become a pop star. Put
Damn.
simply, we must focus on finding a discrepancy in these statements somewhere.
This is where Susato branches off to be Clavier's great ancestor.
Oh my god.
If we don't, I'm afraid the trial may reach an early and unfavorable
Conclusion. Goddamn.
Ugh. Why do I always seem to be so up against it?
Mr. Lawyer, sir, can I ask you something?
No.
Okay.
Oh, yes, of course. What is it?
Look into my eyes.
Bitch.
What do you see in them?
Nothing. How?
That's a lie. Well,
How?
you keep asking us all these questions about everything we've told you, so... It seems like you don't believe our testimony, is that right? Is it? Well, out with it.
It's kind of my fucking job.
Well, you a lawyer or
What?
something?
No. Oh, no, it's really not that at all. Actually, you're right. I don't fucking believe you.
My husband's policeman, remember? I know what I saw. I remember every last detail, everything. Like...
Help.
Oh, I know. What about the books the man dropped? I could tell you the names of every single one I could. Every single one.
Could you?
And you dare to question how reliable my testimony is?
Oh my god. That will do, Mrs. B.
No, it won't do at all. Shut your fucking mouth, you ancient fossil. That Japanese lawyer has no idea what I'm capable of.
Rude.
Even if I decide to forgive him for insulting us, don't you think God fucking balls, don't think for a minute that Rowley will.
We need to separate. I really didn't mean to cause offense. Well, not to Rolly, but to you. Please put your husband's fist down. I'd probably kick his ass anyway. But perhaps you would like the opportunity to supplement your testimony, Mrs. Beat.
I'll flatten all of you.
Might that appease you?
What
Please.
did you say to me? Oh, thank you, my lord. That will settle things nicely.
Oh, from my leg snap.
Wouldn't it die?
No.
I can snap them again if you'd like.
Oh man, my ankles are gonna be next. Okay, what books? Hold it! Yes, we know that there were books dropped at the fucking scene. Why don't you tell me what they were? No, you're going about this the wrong way. Those purchased by the accused at the nearby second-hand bookshop on the day in question.
After all, I'd been to the police box for help.
I'm gonna put you in a box.
Well, I decided to have a good look over the area from a good measure. I am a proud policeman's wife, after all. I did it for Rowley.
Didn't ask.
Well, I did.
And what was your husband doing at the time?
Jacking off? I don't fucking know. Oh, he was
Whoa.
lying
Face down in the snow. Wow.
Getting some well-deserved rest.
So he was freezing to death.
He was dying. He works ever so hard, you know? Ever so hard, don't you, my darling?
No, actually don't work at all.
Yeah, we know. I'm lying for
Interesting
you.
way of guarding the scene of the crime. Well, Mrs. Beat, seeing as you've regaled the court with the tales of your powers of recollection, even though you didn't, would you be so kind as to recount the titles of the fucking books you observed at the scene, please?
I'd be happy to. Now, are you listening? Is this thing on? There was the picture of Monsieur Somebody or other, and what's it, yearnings.
What?
Then there was a meal for someone, and the last one was definitely the Thingummy something.
What the fuck is this?
You see? I'm a genius. My brain is massive. Look at my big brain!
Yes, I see there are 1 or 2 or 50,000 fucking holes in your testimony. In your memory.
I don't think you can count that high. Oh well, they were along those lines, I'm quite sure.
I don't think I like you. There were indeed books found at the scene with the titles along those lines, as you fucking
I
put it.
know, Along Those Lines was my favourite book. Well, what did I tell you? So I think it's very mean the way you've been implying that my testimony can't be trusted and that my brain is small or something.
Those are both true.
No, they're not. Don't you agree, darling? Not about my brain.
Whoa,
What the Whoa, what the shit?
I've never seen this sprite before.
Hello? Why did
Anyone who obsessed by Patricia will have to answer to. Or
for
have
the
me to
US
fucking
for
shoot
the
them.
US translated release? They were like, you know, it's
Damn.
really American throwing a gun in the middle of.
Yeah, what the fuck? Oh,
What the
that was awkward.
fuck?
I've never. Maybe it's just been a long time since I played the fan translation. I never remember seeing that sprite.
That's so funny.
Okay, that was fucking terrifying.
Americans.
Yes, she really is. She is. She made him do it.
I controlled him with my
So that's
mind.
it. It's that. That's a dire fucking testimony. You're useless to me.
That was wild.
Oh my god, that was so long.
Angry Rolly.
Yeah, don't piss him off. Don't pull out the 9.
Oh, Jamal.
Alright, listen here, you idiot. So you're saying that there were 4 books?
Yeah.
Brainlet?
That's right, I remember all of them.
No, you don't.
The picture of Monsieur somebody, what's it yearnings, a meal for someone, and the thingy gummies fucking balls.
I don't think that was any of them. I'm sorry, Mrs. Beat. You're fucking wrong.
I'm not, actually.
But there is a fundamental flaw in that statement of yours, starting with the first word.
Yeah, you can't even remember what it was because you weren't paying attention. I went to write school, so shut the fuck up. I know. What floor?
You!
I'm not a floor.
Simply that, the scene of the crime. There were only 3 books, not 4,
My
you
mom
fucking
says
idiot.
I'm perfect, so I'm right. Shut up. What?
Have a good look at this photographic print of the scene of
No.
the crime.
And if I don't?
As you can clearly see, there are only 3 books.
But, no, that can't be. I saw them.
Oh my god.
Oh, I know it is. Yes, you can't fool me.
Sorry? Sorry?
It's that big old fucking lump of a dead body.
The olive.
The lady's so large her corpse is blocking the view of the 4th book. That's all. That's all fucked.
Okay, that's a little fucking rude.
She's
Let's at least
dead.
try to remember that the poor woman isn't dead, even if we're insulting her
Good
fucking size.
God.
No, I'm sorry, Mrs. Beat. What the fuck is your problem? Mr. Nazumi could not have possibly dropped the 4 books you described. Why don't you put your shoujo anime fucking eyes somewhere else?
No, my anime eyes are too pretty to put away. Why not? Oh, shut the hell up, you.
Fascinating.
Gross.
From your short tone, something you can readily substantiate with evidence, I presume. Evidence. I'm gonna shove this evidence down your throat.
Delicious.
You would like that, wouldn't you? Counsel, okay, boys, calm down. You'll present evidence to substantiate your claim or withdraw it. What proof do you have that the accused did not drop 4 books? Well,
I can literally show you how he dropped them right now.
yes, if you take a look, it's not in there. Ah, here we go. Yeah, just 3.
There we go. Monsieur Lecoq.
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 The evidence is right here, in the form of this bookshop receipt. From your books. My books.
Your books.
Yes, this receipt details Mr. Natsume's purchases that day. But as you can see, there are only 3 books listed. I switched the words.
No!
Therefore, Mr. Natsume would have only dropped 3 books at the scene of the crime. Which means that your powers of observation, madam, fucking suck. Can't be relied upon. She's rapid, guys. So it cannot be denied that though you say it was the defendant you saw, you could very well be mistaken.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I thought I fell, but I guess I didn't.
Objection!
Shut the hell up! Damn, that was kind of
Alright, that was a little loud. You really shouldn't yell in the courtroom. It's not like I just did or
It's
anything.
plainly evident that it is your powers of deduction that cannot be relied upon, my learned Nipponese friend. What? Hold on. What cannot be denied is that those two witnesses saw the accused rubbing from the scene.
That's not
Yeah.
the word.
A fact that you know very well. You have no hope of disproving. You can disprove these nuts, though.
Oh. Oh, he got you. That's
so you
funny.
striven to avert detention? That's where we'll be going. From that, by a dint of some inconsequential discrepancies. Would that be fair? What are you saying? He sees right through me. But your plan is somewhat recoiled against you. What are you talking about? It's quite simple, fucknut. Let me explain with a toast. To the policeman's wife and our entirely accurate testimony in every respect.
Oh!
You see, the matter is not up for debate. At the scene of Briar Road, a total of 4 books were most definitely found.
Objection!
No. But what about the photographic print? It only shows 3 books. Quite right, only 3 could be seen in that print. That print? You mean to say?
That print.
Yeah. Allow me to present another. One that shows the victim's hand. Because I didn't think to present this one earlier.
Scrumptious.
I don't believe it. It's the 4th book. As you will observe. The 4th book was hidden from view in the original print by the victim's torso. No.
Because no one in this fucking game thinks to walk around
Yeah.
and, like, look.
Oh my god. Order! Order!
There, you see? Look at that. Look.
Yes.
Look at it. It's just like I said, isn't it, my darling?
Fucking. Yes, sir. Petra's always right, sir. If I say anything, she'll kill me. Let us study the receipt for the books purchased by the accused on the day in question. This is why I'm not married.
And you never will be.
Mrs. Beat, the titles once again, if you please.
No.
Oh, yes, of course. The picture of Monsieur somebody or other.
That's not one of them.
Yes.
The picture of Monsieur Lecoq.
No, that is definitely wrong.
I will show my cock to this court.
Whoa! What the fuck? What's it, yearnings? Please don't show us.
That's also
that.
not one of them. Canterbury Yearnings.
I've
will
never
bring the
heard of
shit.
it. Never heard of it. A meal for someone?
I'm gonna serve you my fist. Or my
No.
sword. A meal for go. What?
I can already tell
Gabrielle?
you that's wrong.
I couldn't even know how to say the word. As the court just heard, the witness remembers the book titles flawlessly, save for a few minor fucking details. Mrs. B's powers of recollection can only be described as exceptional, I guess.
Did you hear that, Rowley? The gentleman paid me a compliment.
Okay.
You didn't get
Yes,
one.
sir. Flawless, sir. Patricia is flawless.
Truth.
Her head game is godly.
Hashtag real.
But please don't talk about that here in the courtroom. There are only 3 books on the receipt, and Mrs. B mentioned 4. Okay.
Follow
There's
me
nothing-
on Twitter.
There's nothing surprising about that. She also has an OnlyFans. Clearly, the
She
4th
do.
book is that which is shown in this photographic print.
My head game is godly.
I'm
put
sorry,
it somewhere.
counsel, but that does not seem odd. Yeah. Why should the 4th book be omitted from the receipt? It's not odd at all, my lord. As the photographic clearly shows, the 4th book was found in the victim's clutches. In other words, it belongs to the victim. The victim was holding her own book?
I
No,
wonder what became of that 4th book.
it's in her hand.
It's in my gut.
Obviously, it wasn't overlooked by investigating officers at Scotland Yard. I have it here as evidence. Wow. You will submit that in the aforementioned photographic print to the court, please, counsel. No. Just kidding. My pleasure, my lord. Take it. Take that one too, I guess. Just take everything, why don't you? The prosecution rests. I have nothing further to add. Got him. What? You seem surprised, my learned friend. But your resistance until now has been in vain. Entertaining, yes, but futile. The spurious longer route to the accused's lodgings that you tried to establish in your summation examination, and the attempted discrediting of the witness's powers of recollection in your cross-examination were dumb. Futile? I walked right into this, didn't I?
Alright, I literally don't know what you're talking about, but you see, everything we've said is true.
Isn't that right, my darling?
You know, I have a gun.
Okay.
I just realized I can use it.
And
Be
I
free.
have my piercing
Actually,
stab.
marry me, Pat.
Excuse me?
That's not what I wanted to say. Oh, so perhaps the ladies and gentlemen of the jury would like to reconsider their positions. Should the court waste any more time on this Lebanese travesty? Or is it the decision that you have to make all too apparent already? Yeah,
Yeah.
you have heard all the witnesses and seen all the evidence. Is this trial has run its course?
Mr. Naruhodo, I'm afraid we're fucked. In a terribly precarious position.
I know, but if I fight back in the wrong way now, I could very well just make matters worse.
So don't.
Think, Ryunosuke, think. What do you do now? Just fucking die, I guess. Just think!
Objection!
You weren't supposed to do that. I'm not done yet. Oh my lord. No, my learned friend. It's over. That last cross-examination was your final chance to establish a credible defense, and you fucking failed. Your die has been cast. Die. There is no room for debate. Well, it might be over as far as you're concerned, but... Asshole.
Bitch.
Ugh, I can't think of what to say.
Just don't
What are
say
you staring
anything.
at?
Just do this, Dots. If I may, Lord Von Zeeks.
Now she wants to speak. That's fine.
Alright, I'm gonna body
Why
you.
is the tomato speaking?
Excuse me. It seems somewhat boorish to close down the debate at this point.
I think you should just shut the hell up.
I think you should shut the hell down.
Your insignificant little eastern isle must be a lawless hole indeed.
I'll show you a lawless
Where are
hole.
you getting this from? For a lowly judicial assistant to have the audacity to intervene in a moment like this.
Oh,
Isn't that kind of her job?
damn.
Like, is she just there for fucking moral support? Like, what do you think a legal assistant does?
Right?
I'll have you know that she gives me tomatoes whenever I need them.
I do. Wait, what?
I am, to my shame, still a very inexperienced lawyer and kind of a moron.
True.
So you will have to forgive me, but I consider my assistant's advice essential and her opinions invaluable, even though she just bullies me all the time.
I do. Mr. Naruhodo.
I don't know, she just seems like a bitch to me.
No, I'll show you, bitch.
One of this land's great guiding principles is tolerance. So, I guess we'll tolerate you. The court will hear you, madam.
What the fuck?
Go ahead, Mr. Sato. Please.
I don't want to speak now. You guys are dicks.
I changed my mind. Well, pray, what insight can you give us? What have we all overlooked in this matter? I definitely started to stumble over my words. See fit to pursue further.
Look.
If you make any jokes, I will end your life. You one shot.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Because he was sus. LMAO!
Get this dumb broad out of my court.
Well, the court has been presented with new evidence, but only after the last cross-examination finished.
Alright, you got your one sentence, now you're done.
I'm not done.
Oh, I see. And you believe that this new evidence warrants further examination, do you? What?
Mr. Naruhodo, what do you think?
Oh no, I'm kind of looking at a crusty old fuck over there.
Oh yeah, he's pretty gross. It's just possible that this new evidence might be the decisive proof we've been waiting for. The judge is sure to ask the members of the jury to announce their leanings in any moment. In a moment!
Yeah.
And of course, he's sure to ask you to explain the crucial piece of evidence. Oh my god. What the crucial piece of evidence is and why. So we must take this opportunity to examine the newly presented evidence as thoroughly as possible.
Yes, I understand.
Do you?
And thank you, Miss Susato, I guess.
It's Queen Susato.
This is it. Susato-san has managed to
It's
win us
Queen
one last chance
Susato.
here. Tomato.
No!
Can't let it go to waste. Ugh, and my fucking arm. The defense wishes to present evidence, my lord. My arm is currently broken. I have a cooler stance than you.
And I have two perfectly working arms.
Very well, you. The defense may present one further piece of evidence. If you waste my time, I will break your balls. Apparently, officers were found inside into the case and has hitherto been overlooked. The Lion's Pride, that title is familiar. It's also burnt.
munch out of there.
Oh, look at this! The book has been badly burnt!
It's cake.
Damn.
You're
is it
right.
cake?
You'd never be able to read it in this state, especially not the latter pages. Damn.
What a terrible waste!
I wanted to read it.
Judging from the scorched edges of the paper, I think the damage must have occurred very recently.
A book recently damaged by fire. Why does that seem to raise a red flag with me? pretty weird. I know what to do.
Take that!
Whoa!
The evidence in question is what we can see from this newly presented photographic print of the crime scene. The fourth book found in the victim's hand.
Objection!
No. We have already discussed the fourth book at length. Other than it being the victim's grasp at the time of the incident, no significance has been attached to it. Dumbass. Pursuing the matter further would be a flagrant waste of the court's time, as well you know. You well know, fuck. Well, you stumbled over your words, so you're wrong. Yes, I'm afraid, counsel, I must concur with the prosecution on this matter. When I afforded you this opportunity, you led the court to believe that the evidence in question contained a hitherto undiscovered clue. So I must insist that you elaborate, counsel. You will identify this clue at once. Do I make myself clear? About as clear as my shit, Your Honor. Yes, my lord. It's,
Mr. Naruhodo,
I'm thinking.
well, think faster. I believe the prosecution is trying to avoid a thorough examination of the evidence,
The evidence.
which means you may very well be on the right track.
Yes, I think you might be right. But. So, counsel. Precisely where is the vital clue to this case, which this fourth book conceals? I'll show you.
The lion's
Literally what I just looked at.
Got it!
I would ask the court to observe the back of the book in question.
Wow.
The back? What are you... Oh, good gracious. It's been burnt to a crisp. Did you not see the fucking back when it was handed in as evidence?
No one looks on the other side of things.
Yeah,
This
clearly.
dates back literally to like the original like franchise games
Yeah.
when Edgeworth was like, I can look on the back of a paper.
Wow.
Wow.
So we have to ask ourselves, why was the victim clutching to what is clearly an unreadable book? It is undeniably an extreme unnatural thing for her to have been doing.
I don't know
God.
what you're talking about.
Objection!
Let me just fucking stop you right there. Unnatural, you say? What of it, my Nipponese friend? I read burnt books all the time. Oh, no you don't. Were I to concede the point, if it bears no relation to the case, there is nothing to discuss. So, should you wish to assert that this fire damage is some veiled clue as to what happened that day? Pray, do enlighten us all. What truth does this charred book oh my god.
Shard?
Shard. This charred book hide. I'm gonna char your asshole.
Oh god.
A charred book. There's just one possibility here, which I can't quite bring myself to rule out. It's an outside chance, certainly, but worth a try. Alright, I'll explain my theory. Don't keep us waiting any longer then, counsel. Explain this theory of yours. What are you suggesting that you can ascertain from the fire damage this sorry tome has suffered? Take it to the Tome Tomb, or the Tome Tower. Either one. That was very funny. My lord, the burn on the back of this book reveals a startling truth. About the book's owner. I beg your pardon.
But we already know the book belongs to. The victim was gripping it in her hand as she fell to the floor. After all, it's obviously hers.
No. The question of how this book came to be in the victim's hand is yet to be answered, dummy. However, as to the questions of who the book really belongs to and where it originated, the defense has very credible answers. Good gracious, how could you possibly? Very well, I'll play along with this futile attempt to delay your inevitable demise. But do remember, members of the jury may well burn you if your little gamble goes awry. Actually, Rolly, you have a gun, right? Yeah? If he gets it wrong, kill him. Counsel, the defense's response here is very likely to influence the final outcome of this trial. So tell the court, who do you claim the owner of this book is?
It was Susato.
Take that!
Allow me to learn you something today. The answer is that the book belongs to the couple who own the house where the defendant has his lodgings. A certain Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb. The landlords. And whether this is some extraordinary coincidence or some kind of fate at work, I don't know. But of all the people in London, one of the 6 chosen for the jury duty in this courtroom today is none other than Mrs. Garadeb herself, the bitch.
Oh my goodness me! I think you must be mistaken, sir. I'm not Mr. Garadeb's wife. I'm his maid.
Things would be so much easier if you would just drop the pretense, idiot.
Idiot.
All right then, how about a simple question for you? Have you ever seen this book in Mr. Garadeb's house? I didn't finish.
I would never presume to know all the books he keeps, sir.
Stop lying.
Objection!
He owns a lot of Mad Libs.
This is outlandish behavior. The woman is the accused landlady, you say. You implicate this hardworking member of the public. You besmirch her without a shred of evidence. Do your fucking research on who your jurors are.
I know, right?
Your actions are unforgivable.
Objection!
Just like your birth.
Damn.
You already tried that once. This is not mere conjecture. The defense happens to know that you were clearly out of insults because you recycled that one. That on the day in question, at almost exactly the same time as the victim was stabbed on the pavement below. Another incident was taking place in the room on the top floor of Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb's house. Good lord. What sort of incident, counsel? Well, I'll tell you. A fire, my lord. Opposite of water, in case you didn't know.
Wow.
Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a belly thing. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The belly furniture started going up as well, and then I started going up. Worst of it is, I lost my favorite book called The Lion's Pride.
You sounded like you had to think about that.
Oh,
Whoa,
damn.
what the fuck? Ew, why does he look like that?
I don't think I've ever seen that sprite either.
Ew,
Damn, it's
what
really
is-
been a while.
His eyes are so gross.
Actually, I'm trying to remember if you've even gotten to this part yet.
I don't think I have. Hold on.
Oh, that's the very same title that's the subject of this debate.
Have I?
I don't know. Maybe we'll play a little bit more. We'll
Yeah,
see.
let's see. Oh, dear me.
I know we're coming up on a break.
Objection!
Bro,
This is risible. All you've told the court is that a book by the same name was involved in a fire.
I'm just gonna. That sprite that he just made is about to haunt my fucking dreams.
Yeah,
it
I
was like
didn't-
kind of ugly.
I did not remember that
I
sprite.
didn't like it.
In which case, it would be reasonable to assume that it was burned to ashes. And entirely unreasonable to infer that it magically removed itself to the scene of the crime.
I keep thinking about this sprite. It's almost like I'm having a moment where I'm like, I feel like we weren't supposed to see it. So like, if we're like, oh yeah, you remember that one weird Von Zeke sprite? No one's gonna believe us.
Oh, yeah. Perhaps it would make more sense if I told you that the cause of the fire was marital discord. Do you have a Discord, by the way, so I could bully you?
Ooh, cyberbully.
Without going into details, it appears that Mrs. Garadeb was considerably enraged. Apparently, she continued to attack Mr. Garadeb even amid the flames.
Oh, how awful. I can't imagine being so horrid to the one you love. Can you, Rolly? 'Cause I
She
would-
tried to rip my nuts off.
That's not true.
Absolutely not, sir. My Patricia would never raise a finger against me. Ever.
You're right. We'll talk about this when we get home.
I feel bad for this man.
Me too.
And all my favorite old novels in that case.
Novels? I'm gonna fuck.
But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh. Up in smoke.
Whoosh.
Then the wife started hurling things at me. Told me she hated Novel Home. It
Truth.
was sad. There was I back up against the window, under heavy enemy fire, incendiary books coming 10 to the dozen. I said, I'm retreating to Novel House. She didn't like that.
I will burn the novel home to the ground.
The man had his back up against the window, and he had burning books thrown at him. Damn, that sounds metal as fuck. Goodness gracious, are you suggesting that the book was thrown out through the window and landed coincidentally at the scene of the crime?
Objection!
If I do shout objection one more fucking time. No, a thorough investigation of the surrounding area was conducted the very evening of the incident, and there is no report of the Garadeb's window pane being broken.
I need that sprite to come up again or I'm going to go mentally insane.
That's quite true. We also saw no sign of the broken glass when we visited the Garadeb household. But it is not conceivable that the window was open at the time not even remotely. Let us not forget the season and the chilling weather that accompanies it. No Londoner would ever leave a window open in the middle of winter, ever.
Bet.
It's illegal. Even during a fire, when there's smoke everywhere, they wouldn't open a fucking window.
No, they would die.
I know every Londoner personally. None of them would ever open a window in the wintertime. Does the defense postulate this scenario in all the seriousness, counsel? Do you earnestly claim that the book found at the scene was a flaming projectile thrown by Mr. Garadeb's fucking wife? I guess. I believe it's a possibility, my lord. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite enough.
Pain?
It's probably Patricia. No. Wait,
It's
why would it be
me.
Patricia? Never mind.
Well, I hope that everyone can see you for what you are now, you little foreign trickster. You call yourself a lawyer, but you're just a coward. A mean coward.
Well, you're a mean bit.
I get that a lot.
Really?
Claiming that our little tiff set the whole neighborhood alight, honestly. Implying that I'm merely posing as a maid for appearance's sake. How could you? It's nothing to do this beastly case. Not any of it. All you've done is sully our family's name.
Yeah. No, I assure you that was never my intention, even though I really want to.
Dragging an upstanding citizen's name through the mud simply to divert attention from your failing defense.
You were none of those things.
What?
Ah,
I should box your ears. That's what I should do. It's utterly unforgivable.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, if you fucking try
No,
to hit
you're
me
fucking
again,
not.
you try to hit me again, I'm going to kill you.
You better shut the hell up right now.
Too right.
Die.
Here we go. How long have we sat here now, listening to this lumpy sound and fuck?
What the fuck?
I got too lost in my accent. Let me try that again.
Damn.
Nobody's spouting out his fancy forward fucking theories.
You got it wrong twice.
Think about it. At the end of the day, the only person who could have possibly have stabbed the victim was me. Is that a little hunchback with a mustache, and he ran away from the scene too.
That's funny. I do declare you're right.
It's true.
That's right. Yes, what did I tell you?
Makes sense to me. Just
Stop
like this bitch on my
talking.
right. Sorry, what's that? Oh, you're fucking stupid. Well, the entire court could have figured that one
Turn
out.
to dust already.
Well, it would appear that the ladies and gentlemen of the jury are once again in full agreement. What is your position, Lord Van Zeeks? End the trial, please. In truth, my lord, I feel this has been unnecessary
Bro.
protracted proceedings. But then, one must always exercise patience in order to savor the best vintage. What? No, wait! The mystery of the fourth book still hasn't been... Shut up! Look at my legs. If books are your predilection, my learned friend, study them on your own time. I don't study. Then how did you pass the bar?
I didn't.
I faked it. What? No, forgive the discourtesy this time? In that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will now state your individual decisions regarding the defense's culpability for the court to hear, even though you did it earlier.
Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty.
His still is so
Guilty.
jarring to me. Juror number 5.
Can we just kill the defendant, please?
What if all of the flames didn't go into the other side of the whatchamacallit, but they just went straight to the judge?
He's like, oh my
Oh,
god.
fuck.
Thank you for your unambiguous response. That's twice now. It's over.
Mr. Naruhodo, don't give.
Shut
just
up.
give up.
Miss Susato, we're fucked.
That wasn't me. Have you forgotten?
No,
The battle isn't over yet.
then do something.
Uh,
You're not suggesting.
of course. The defense has the right to another summation examination at this point.
You just hear Von Zeke screaming on the other side of the bench. It's like, oh, we already did one.
You could still convince the jurors to change their minds. You have one more chance.
Damn, she's right. My lord, the defense asked to exercise its right to a summation examination. Dumbass. Do you believe you still have tricks up your sleeve? Open your nostrils, I'm going to pour this down. I don't intend to trick anybody, or let you use my nostrils. I intend to uncover the truth. This is no time to be downcast. As long as there's a chance, I have to stay strong and determined. Is what I will do in the next episode.
Oh my god.
To be
my God.
continued. Damn. Just like that.
And now we will officially be in, right? Blind?
Yes, I think this will be blind territory
Thank
after
fuck.
this point.
I've been waiting since this game came out to get to a point where I get
Yeah.
to play blind.
And then the next game will be also completely blind, which is going to be fun.
The way
but-
that I have my own copy of the Great Ace Attorney and I haven't been able to touch it because I've been waiting for us to play.
Yeah. But yeah, so next time on the Great Ace Attorney Adventures, we're going to start the next portion off with the summation examination. And it will
Woohoo!
officially be blind territory,
Yahoo!
which means I'm going to start putting blind in the title. So that will be interesting.
Wow.
So, as always, if you all enjoyed and want to keep this series going, show us some love and support, you know what to do. Be
Don't
sure
like,
to-
don't subscribe, fucking click the not bell.
Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, like, comment,
You
subscribe,
dying?
do your shit. Yeah, I just died for a second.
Oh.
And we'll catch you all in the next episode.
Yeehaw.